Hi students, let's try to understand the functional group. Okay, this is from Pradeep publication book, grade 10. So, if you talk about the functional group student, that is they are the group, the functional group means they are we can write they are the atom or groups of atom. That is also you can groups of atoms. Okay, atoms are groups of atom and that determine chemical properties of compound, right student? So when you talk about the functional group student, it's determine the chemical properties of the compound. Let us have a look over it student, what the statements are saying here in the book. They are saying, so far we have discussed only hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon means what student? That is, if you are talking about hydrocarbon, dear friend, that is the compound of carbon and hydrogen. Hydrocarbon, okay, so that is compound of carbon and hydrogen. Okay, like CH4 is there or C2H6 are there. They are the known as hydrocarbon. Now see, that is compound of carbon and hydrogen only. But carbon is a very friendly element because it also forms the bond with other elements such as halogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, and phosphorus. Okay, so it's a carbon is very family because it can form the bond with the so many other elements. Like what are there? The halogen are there, oxygen are there. Okay, nitrogen, sulfur, and phosphorus. These elements may replace one or more hydrogen of a hydrocarbon chain in such a way that the valency of the carbon remains satisfied. As a result of replacement, new compound are formed. In these new compounds, the element replacing hydrogen of the parent hydrocarbon chain referred to as heteroatom. These heteroatom in turn gives specific chemical properties to a new compound regardless of the nature and the length of the carbon chain, and hence called the functional group. So let's have a look over it student. Suppose we are having that is C2H6 is there, right? And if you are replacing this one, you can minus H and plus OH group. Okay, either you can mention this one CH3 and CH3 is there. So one hydrogen you are replacing and one OH you are adding. So it will come that is CH3 CH2 OH. So this is what? This is the functional group student. Okay, functional group. Functional group. Now chemical properties, all the properties, maximum properties will be because of the OH group. Let us have a look over here. A functional group may be defined as an atom or a group of atoms present in a molecule which largely determine its chemical properties. Okay, so functional group is a atom or group of atom which largely determine the chemical properties. To explain the meaning of functional group, let us consider the ethane and ethanol or ethyl alcohol. Here ethanol is obtained by replacing one hydrogen atom by the hydroxyl group as shown. So here in this is the ethane and one hydrogen is replacing and OH group is being added. So that is the functional group is being added here. Now in this group both ethane and ethanol have the different physical and chemical properties. Okay, ethanol and ethane have the different physical and chemical properties. Ethane is a gas while ethanol is a liquid at room temperature. Ethanol is antiseptic and hypnotic, induce sleep, but ethane does not have these properties. Ethanol react with sodium to form sodium ethoxide, an evolution of hydrogen gas, but ethane does not give this reaction. So now if you talk about further the discussion, we conclude that properties of ethanol is quite different from those of the ethane because during its formation one of the hydrogen atom of ethane is replaced by hydroxyl group. Thus, we see the properties of ethanol depend upon the hydroxyl group. Thus, hydroxyl OH group is functional group of ethanol. Some important functional group are given in the table 4.3. The free valency or valences of the functional group is are shown by single line. The functional group is attached to the carbon chain through these free valencies by replacing one or more hydrogen. So if you see here, what are there, students? Cl is there, so that name will be the chloro, bromo. OH group is a hydroxyl. CHO group is aldehyde. CO group ketone. COOH carboxylic acid group. Okay. So there are two types of functional group are there, student. One is the terminal functional group and another is non-terminal functional group. So carbon containing functional group are two types. Terminal functional group. Functional group which are always present at the end of carbon chain are called terminal functional group. They are saying carbon functional group which always present at the end of carbon chain is called terminal functional group. Like that, acetic acid is there or the aldehyde is there, CHC, CHO, aldehyde. This is the terminal. Or that is even acetic acid, CH3, COOH. This is at the end, the terminal functional group. Now next one is non-terminal functional group. Functional group which are always present in between the carbon chain are called non-terminal functional group. Like, however, there are certain functional group which may be present either at the end or in between the carbon chain. For example, double or triple bond. Okay, suppose that is non-terminal functional group, student, like that ketone is there. So this is what is, that is non-terminal because it is in the center. So this is all about, dear friend, that is functional group. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, friend. If you find this video helpful, please do like and subscribe the channel and don't forget to comment, friend.